You joining? I was at the ball last night. Being there, it was so much.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. I'm Dr. B. We got Matt and we got Josh, aka, yes, believe it or not, the Bengals are 1-0 after a crazy start. We're going to talk about Week 1 NFL. We're going to talk about some crazy things happening around the United States. Talk about some predictions for Week 2. Talk about a little college football, maybe. And then also going to talk a little baseball. Talk about baseball Karen. Coming up on Idiocracy Talk Radio.
It's idiocracy, but you gon' see the value and respect though when you talk with me. So come on, baby, walk with me. It ain't a topic that the crew can't touch. Share our views and our vibe. What we hide, it ain't much. This ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Share our thoughts and our views, you can't stop it. Said this ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Idiocracy, tell us what's the topic, yeah.
All right, welcome back again. I'm Dr. B. We got Matt, we got Josh, a.k.a. Bengals, 1-0, first week, out the gates. So let's go ahead and get started with some football. So Week 1, we got to start with the home team. What are your guys' thoughts, reactions to the Bengals against the Cleveland Browns for the Battle for Ohio, start of the season?
Go ahead, Josh. Oh.
Not everybody at once. Jesus Christ. Matt, can you hear him? I can barely hear him.
I can hear him.
You can hear him all right?
Hey, I got too much shit clogged in your ears. Too much shake weights.
You sound really far away.
I don't know. Road win, first win in what, 4 years? Start the season out with 1-0. Bengals didn't look strong at all, but the defense held in there. 2 turnovers. Big play. Wish we had better offense, honestly. I mean, Joe Burrow looked like shit, honestly. This whole second half. Looks like he's just intimidated, honestly. I don't know. Once again, he's holding the ball too long. Can't find. I don't know. Just seems like we couldn't tackle in the open field either. First half. Too much. I mean, first half, they moved that ball on us like crazy. I don't understand how, like, the first 2 possessions, we can go down, just walk down the field and just score just like that. Then we just put a big old fucking 0 second half. I don't fucking get it. But again, football, it's amazing.
Well, but you also got to think a lot of that has to do with, I mean, your first, 15, 20 plays are scripted. Like, so a lot of coaches, they have pre-planned first 10, 15, I don't know. I know it's a certain amount that they have pre-planned that we're going to run these plays, okay? And that's offense and defense. we're gonna do these looks, we're gonna do these schemes, we're gonna see them, and sometimes they match up and they work real well, sometimes they don't, and that's where you get like some of these teams that they come out and they look great the first couple drives, and then after that they look like shit because the defense adjusts or the offense adjusts. But Matt, you mentioned like Burrow. Like, I'll be honest with you, I disagree in the fact that I don't think, and Josh has said this in conversations we've had sidebar off of the air, that Burrow holds the ball too long. I disagree. I don't think he is holding the ball too long. I think it's the fact that the line is not giving him enough time. The average quarterback should be able to take a 3 to 4 step drop from under center. Keep in mind, okay, 3 to 4 second drop from under center. When we go shotgun, he should only have to do a 1 to 2 step drop. He's not getting enough time to even do a 1 to 2 step drop. And so he's not able to set at his feet. He's not able to throw the ball where he needs to. The receivers aren't able to get open like they're because guys are in his face. Now, on the side of that, do I give credit to the Cleveland defense? Because like Josh said, Cleveland has a great defense, and I wholeheartally agree. They stay healthy. That is going to be a defense that's in the top 10 this year easily. They've got the talent. They've got the ability. So it's not a big deal. They beat the defense is legit, but our offensive line is not getting it done, and they're not giving Burrow time, and that's a problem. And I know Josh has mentioned to me before about, well, we need to also go to under center. I agree we need to go under center because that'll open up the playbook to give us more opportunities to do play action. There's a lot of different things we can do from under center that we can't do when we're just doing from a shotgun scenario. But at the same time, if we can't even give him 1 to 2 steps, he's not going to be able to do 3 or 4 drop steps. It's not going to happen.
I'll use a picture and email it. Yeah, but once again, I agree with you on certain situations here. But again, I mean, his ass ran back. It was what, 1st and 10. I think it came off a turnover. 1st and 10, Myles Garrett sacked him. Second and what, 16, Myles Garrett sacked him. Now it's 3rd and 28. Your ass fucking barely made it out of the fucking end zone by jumping over your offensive line. Kudos from not getting a safety. But at the same time, dude, what the fuck you doing? Check down or something like that. How you fucking not? You're supposed to be the general of this goddamn team, and you're sitting there saying Garrett's from right up the goddamn middle. Fucking call it out. Like, I don't understand the shit that's going on. Like, 3 straight sacks, and I guess our offensive line did not hold up for those 3 sacks. But at the same time, fucking point it out and pull something. I don't give a shit. Bring another tight end in, bring a fucking receiver in, fucking chip block him. Who gives a fuck? Have Chase take his legs out. I don't give a shit. The guy's a fucking. Go ahead. Oh, I watched it at my house with my new best friend. he went. He went shopping with mommy. It's okay. But anyway, it's just like you got to understand shit like that. You have, as a quarterback, the general of this team, point that shit out. It's as simple as that. I don't give a shit. 3 straight times, that is one too many times. And left tackle, left tackle. But there's a reason he get that big contract in Kansas City. And that's the reason he left them. So, well, Baltimore traded because he wanted to be the best tackle ever. But they had him at right tackle, traded his ass to Kansas City, wins a ring, then comes a free agency, becomes a free agent. We signed him as a left tackle, which I think we got him for a good cheap price, honestly. But he's not bad for our situation. But why aren't you fucking putting a tight end in motion over there? The guy's fucking to just like I said, Sample played 60% of the fucking snaps. What the fuck's he in there for? Blocking. Kidding me? Yeah. So I'm saying you went two tight ends probably 90% of the damn game, and you don't see really any chip blocking at all. You just see him getting fucking pummeled.
So,
Like,
oh, our offense was wholeheartedly Chase Brown.
again, do you blame on Zach Taylor for going casual offense? I mean, you have the best offense probably in MLB, and that's what you're doing. But again, you tell me you come out of halftime, you don't have a fucking second halftime situation playbook to fucking start out off. So it's like, you fucking kidding me? You're an NFL professional team. And sure, even so you said your first 14 or 15 plays are scripted, but you've got to adjust the situations.
No,
I mean,
absolutely.
we're bringing in personnel packages. You don't see Gasecki until what, the second quarter, third quarter?
Right.
And like, yeah, thank you, Noah Fant, for coming and sign with us and, scoring our first touchdown the first drive. Kudos to you, buddy. They wanted an offensive guard before they wanted your ass to sign with us. But hey, you proved well. It's just like, why we have Drew Sample in there? Why don't you have Fan in there? Why don't you have Gasecki in there? I just don't fucking get it. The personnel they bring out. They're trying to get mismatches. You can't play mismatch against a team that fucking bull rushes your offensive line and puts them on their ass.
Well, and Matt, I agree with you. And that's the thing is like, I mean, to both your guys' points, like when we came out that first quarter, beginning of the second quarter, and was just playing some true old fashioned in the trenches, smash mouth football, we could do a lot of things. Like, I don't know why all of a sudden we got away from that, and I agree because Matt, I think you said a little bit ago that like Burrow kind of looked afraid or whatever. Like there were a couple plays where he looked completely discombobulated. Like he had people. There was the one play where he's having everybody switch and move around, and you're like, oh, he sees something. Oh, he sees something. We're gonna open up, and then he had Chase Brown run right into a fucking group of defenders. It was like you did all that for half a yard. Like, what did you see?
I get they have a good defense. They're front four, they're first round draft pick, defensive tackle out of Michigan this year. Match him up with Myles Garrett, that's great. The two defensive backs, they're not bad. They obviously, I guess our receivers couldn't get open, but you pay your receivers that much money and they can't get up against the Browns. Shit. Yeah, but you also got to look at the Ravens, man. Even though they have a somewhat decent offensive line, I will compare their offensive line to our offensive line. Decent at most. But the fact that Lamar can get out of the fucking box and run helps out. But but they don't have stud receivers like ours. Like I don't fucking understand. I mean, you got Chase going deep. I get home run ball, but why he doing something like you said? Let's say he just in shotgun move. You know, put him in the slot, let him do a little cut, and then cut over 5 yards to the left, right over the middle, run it out. He's good at after the catch all the time. He
Yeah.
gets yak all the time. He's hard to tackle, but you're just throwing fucking looks like shitty routes, or you just can't throw the fucking ball, or like Joe's intimidated by fucking Miles Garrett. I'm sorry. I think Miles Garrett has his number.
No, he's 2-9 now.
He's the other hair. They did.
Did they win both games?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like I agree with a lot of people you hear on the radio. You hear a lot of shit. It's like I agree. One thing Zach Taylor did, offense. You let a lot of meat on the bone. He called him out, man. He get the two defensive guys who intercepted the ball, game balls. That's probably the lowest amount of game balls I've ever seen given out during a game. You know, so it's like it's a tough win. Defense showed up. They put their foot down. I mean, gotta love fucking. Thank God for Trey Hendrickson and Stewart. Stewart looks like the legit real deal, man.
See, but I would even
Honestly,
argue like Trey Henderson didn't even really do a whole lot. Like, let's be honest, he got what? Two and a half sacks, and did he get one sack?
yeah, sure.
Well, and that's the thing is like that one sack that he got half a credit for. He was there like 5 minutes late. Like he just happened to be there as the guy's going down. Like,
Well, that's because BJ flushed them out to the outside. That's what's good. Welcome back, BJ Hill. BJ Hill actually had that full stack, but
right.
me and my best friend Josh, we were talking about that when we were here at my house. So
That's good. I mean,
so so.
I'm glad to hear you guys were discussing that instead of your full month of pride. So,
Chelsea gets you nowhere.
um,
But Trey Henderson's honestly second sack, I thought it was on his own. Honestly, I mean Stewart, a lot of fucking pressure. I can't I can't say much. I didn't watch the whole second half because of the delay. So I really don't know about that. But I'm just saying we got Jacksonville this weekend. They put what 24 points up, 27 points up against the Carolina Panthers. So it's like I get what you're saying. I mean, actually Carolina was good enough in their running game to trade one of their backups. So obviously they got some. So I said Jacksonville. Oh, Jesse. I'm sorry, Jacksonville. I'm just saying them coming into town this weekend. Got to hold up strong. Just, just make sure. Just make sure when you blow that candle out, you make a good wish, Josh. You have two of your best friends there.
two.
Who's the third? Yeah.
Yeah,
Play with
all
Alpha,
three.
man.
Louis gonna be there. So you have Matt, Louis, and Brian. That's good. Real good.
Sounds like that's an even number there. We can't go odd, so there's no five plus. No five amigos. Just four. And that's it. Oh, he could be the Joe, Joe could be the lone wolf. There was a lone wolf there.
Thank you,
I loved
Charlie.
it, man. I loved it. The fact Mahomes looked like the bitch that he is just proves it. Then the fact that fucking is it Tartar fucking gave a smack up down on fucking little Kelsey Swift across his face.
Well, and that's the
God,
funny.
yeah, I love it, man.
Um,
Oh yeah, well you guys start fuck Kansas City. They won what 15-1 last year. 10 games with less than one score the last drive. Fuck it, that's bullshit, dude. You ain't gonna get this shit this year, motherfuckers. They're out to fucking hit you and hurt you. I mean, it sucks what happened to Xavier Worthy, you know. Even though I'm not a big Kansas City fan, I don't wish hurt on him, but hopefully he'll be back. But at the same time, man, see what your other receivers can do. Yeah, there's no man on it, dude. Next, tie with the Raiders, hopefully.
that was definitely some crazy shit.
You're up 16 points and you fucking blow that, or 15 points and you blow that lead. I mean, did we say thank you, Buffalo, or thank you, Baltimore? I mean, it's kind of like Zach Taylor too said, man. It's like you're on the road, you won a division game on the road first week, and that's what we've been aiming for to win week one. So we did. Move on to week two. Well, we're up 1-0 in our division right now. You know, Baltimore plays like you said, Cleveland this week. Hopefully Cleveland produces, man. There's some damage down. That'd be fucking awesome. Them to go over two. Well, we gotta look at this. You could look at it. Was it a revenge game for Justin Fields, saying "fuck you, Pittsburgh"? I did great for you at 6-0, and you fucking canned my ass. Whatever. It's a revenge game to me in my head. Yeah. Roger Alston stuff. Roger Alston stuff. You can admit that. Stranger. I mean, Jets sucks. I said if you got a full healthy Mike Parsons, man, he might do some damage to Jamie Daniels. I mean, Parsons played what, maybe a quarter of the snaps, and he still fucking was a wrecking hammer, you know. Jordan Love got to be stronger, man. I think you got to dominate. Then you got a good defense, but you got to put some more points up, man. Keep firing that ball around to your receivers. Well, yeah, they're saying because they lost both their offensive defensive coordinator. I think I'm sorry, that's a hunk of shit. But also, when's the last time Green Bay had a home game to open the season? I think they had a lot more going their way too. I mean, and they went out and got one of the best defensive players in the game too to help out with that journey. No, Favre had Reggie White. I don't know who Aaron Rodgers had, but Jordan Love got Parsons. So see what they can do, man. I until yeah, I can't say until they. I mean, yeah, they say until they beat the defending champs of the division, but they still got to face them one more time, man. You never know. Got to stay healthy all year long. Jordan Loves really hasn't stayed healthy last couple years. I mean, you got a new offensive weapon in Matt Gordon, so Josh Jacobs stays on fire, all cylinders, dude. Plus, they have an offensive line that's pretty actually decent too. So I don't know. Let's move on to predictions for next week. You kidding?
Well, talking about next couple weeks. So Thursday night, we got Commanders against the Packers, like you mentioned. Sunday, we got Browns, Ravens, Jaguars, Bengals. Well, let's start with first. Let's go down the line here. So,
Oh,
Commanders, Packers. Who wins that? Okay, Matt, what do you think?
where's it at?
It's at Green Bay. It's at Lambeau Field.
Damn it, man. I don't know. I mean, I think I'll go for Commanders.
And
I think they can. I think they can handle Parsons. Guys, Matt Golden got hurt. Uh, their receivers out still. They only have Dobbs and Reed that are healthy, and Reed's still hurt a little bit too.
yeah.
So,
No,
I mean, go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that's what I was done there. As long as they're healthy, man. I mean, you're coming off a big game on Sunday, then you got to turn around and play on a short week. So, see what you can do.
No, and I agree with you. I mean, I'm going with the Commanders as well because right now I just kind of have faith that I just believe that offense has got a lot of explosiveness to them, and I'm interested to see what they do now. depending on how they handle the Packers, will determine if I pick them in the future or not. But we'll see. Browns, Ravens.
Browns, Ravens. Yeah, I'll take a Baltimore. I don't even know what we hate to say. Let's be honest. Baltimore looked good. Derrick Henry, if he wouldn't have fumbled that ball late in the game, like that's probably a difference maker.
No, I
So I
agree.
mean, you got
I agree with you. Unfortunately, I'm going to say the Ravens as well, although I'm praying for the Browns to be the one few times I do that.
thank you.
Bengals, Jaguars. Open in orange night or day at the Bengals home game. It's also some asshole's birthday, but I don't care less about that. I think it's like President George Washington or something like that. Might even be
Yeah.
Obama's, but it's nobody else's. Nobody
I
important.
think we're gonna. I think we're gonna have a Sasquatch sighting.
You think Sasquatch will be there? I tell you, my Sasquatch outfit ain't coming out because it's gonna be too fucking hot.
Let's see it.
That'd be a wet fucking Sasquatch. Let's see here.
He likes a wet, hairy Sasquatch. New York Giants, New York Jets.
New York Giants.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going Cowboys on this one. I think Dak Prescott wants to redeem himself. Yeah.
Let's play off your question there, Josh. Let's say the Wiley veterans in. You know, they were talking about this today on ESPN. You see Russell Wilson as a Hall of Famer? And and some people said no, he might play himself out of being a Hall of Famer because he came back and decided to play for the Jets. I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, just because he's playing on and even the legacy going on, he's just. I don't think he's stat. I don't think he's doing stats there for the stats. He's there because he loves the game. You know, he's seen what he can see what he's seeing what he could do for other teams. You know, if he's that guy or not. But honestly, the way everybody's talking about the way Neighbors looked, how disappointed he looked, the way Russell Wilson's just playing right now. I mean, you got I couldn't even tell you who they drafted. I forget the quarterback they drafted, rookie. But I know you got James. You got Justin Dark there, who's number 2 right now. Then you have James Winston, who's number 3 right there. I mean, sorry, but Jackson, I say put Russell on the bench and see what Dark can do, man. I think. I mean, but their coach is going to play who he wants to play out there because they need to save his ass to save his job. So you going to rely on a rookie? I don't know. I say Russell Wilson, but I say you cut him. You bring in your hype man, James Winston is your number 2, and you give Dart a chance, man. I mean, if you don't win, dude, you don't at least have a winning season. You're gonna be canned, and you're riding on a rookie that you draft. You might as well see how far he could take you, honestly. That's the way I look at it. You got a good defense. You're not going to win your fucking division at all. You got one of the hardest divisions in NFL. You're going to be fourth again. You already know that. Why not? You might as well get out fucking with a big goddamn bang and just play his ass. In New York, the lowest, 120, 120 for standing room. Holy fuck, nice catch, Benson. Watch this shit. Sorry, guys. Kansas City. Well, as long as the dumbass defensive tackle doesn't spit anybody's fucking face and plays the whole goddamn game. Well, yeah, kudos, kudos for his lucky ass and to play one fucking snap. So he got fined got fined over $1 million though for missing that game. Yeah, but the fucking thing is, if you dressed for a game, how's that considered a suspension? You have a 53-man roster, not a 52-man roster, and you sit what six people who are not going to dress for the game. That's considered a non-start. So again, they want to fucking make money and they want to make a Super Bowl rematch. So they're going to bring in Kansas. I don't care. Let him come in. I want to see him destroy Kansas City. So I don't give a fuck.
But did he? But did he? He spit at the ground between two linemen in a huddle. They were just getting out of the huddle. The defender had no reason to be that close to the offense. And honestly, if a football player spit on every player that spit on the ground in their direction, you'd have 22 players with spit on them. No, the cause and effect
But
is that we have built players that can't fucking man up and deal with the fact that if somebody spits on the fucking ground, you don't spit on them. Like, I mean, that's equivalent. I'll be honest with you. That's equivalent to back in the 1700s when, one man slapped another man. Somebody was going to die. I mean, you spit on somebody, like, motherfucker, somebody going to die. Like, you fucking spit on me, bet me I'm coming after your ass.
again, you spit on a human being. Is that considered a felony?
It is. It's an assault. It's assault.
So like I said, if you're spit on a cop, it's considered assault, right?
If you
You're getting
spit on
arrested.
if you spit on another individual, it's assault. You spit on
Yep.
a police officer, I think it's even worse than that.
But again, the privilege of the NFL players. But again, like I said, glad to see him back. I want to see him destroy Kansas City. But should be suspended? I think he should be suspended for a couple of games. Honestly, you got to fucking put your foot down when you got to put your foot down. Otherwise, these players are going to run the NFL.
Yeah.
So, but again, to go back to your cause effect, Josh. Just remember, the second person always gets caught. Don't get
Of course not. Let's reverse it. I guarantee you reverse that scenario, and it's a white male or white female that stabs any other minority, and I won't even just say black, any other minority. There's fucking riots, there's fucking protests, all shit's hitting the fan. God forbid, this fucking country's the most racist place in the entire world. Those sons of bitches try to do every blah, 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 blah. But you have an individual. Now, I'm going to stop there for a second. I'm going to ask you a question, okay? So you guys know the rule that if you're a bartender, you can be held liable for if you overserve your patrons and they go out. So if I'm a bartender and I overserve you and you go out and get in a car wreck, I can be sued. I can be held legally liable because I basically gave you the alcohol. Even though you're buying it, I gave it to you when I have a duty to cut you off. People are asking the question, should that be similar situation to these judges that are letting individuals out? Not once, not twice, 14 fucking times.
Well,
okay. I mean,
so she released him on a promise that he would show up for his court appearance. 13 times he's been, or 14 times he was arrested, correct?
right.
So probably 2 rap sheets, probably longer. I don't know, depending on
Probably longer
what the
because
criminals.
just because you're arrested 14 times don't mean you've been charged with only 14 crimes.
Oh, exactly. He could have been arrested more than that, probably on petty shit. But anyway, so she let's let's go back to like the whole subway situation itself. It's like I didn't see the stabbing part because that's not the videos I watched kind of blurred that out and
They
it kind of
won't show
skipped
it.
that section. And you see her like squirm machine just like holding herself, but there's no blood coming out of her, so I don't know. I didn't see that stuff. But they're not gonna probably show the graphics. Go ahead. How many times was she stabbed? So so look. So yeah. So obviously, let's kind of break this down a little bit. Some scenarios, okay? We know the judge situation. It's probably a lefty judge who fucking does what she wants to do because she's stupid. You gave a schizo guy who's been arrested 14 fucking times. No bail, and he signed a note says, "I promise I'll show up for my court appearance." Fucking kidding me? Now look at the people that are around them. Okay,
So,
they see her get stabbed. Just one motherfucker trying to help her.
right. Well,
Just one motherfucker trying to help her. Like I'm
here's
not saying. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, go ahead and talk, but I've got the video playing here. This is her sitting in the seat, And you can see he gets the fucking knife out right there calmly and then just walks up. Well, this guy, I don't know where his eyes are, but like he's, you know, and it's hard to say. You don't know where he's obviously not looking. He's looking out. Don't know where they're looking. You don't know where they're looking. Like, so, like, there's after the stab. Like, she doesn't even realize she stabbed.
So no one's going to help this girl out. They just, oh, okay. Typical black guy stabbed a white woman on the subway. Let's walk away.
Well, the other problem is look, he's walking out. They think he's cut.
Because there's blood dripping?
Because the blood dripping. They think he's injured.
I guess it's just so sad.
Well, and I will agree to a point that unfortunately we live in a society right now where good Samaritans get raked over the fucking coals. Okay? I mean, it don't matter if in the school districts, like, you know, they tell you they want you to break up fights as a teacher, but at the same time, if you break up a fight, you're possibly going to lose your job. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Samaritans, you see people, you know, break up stuff or protect somebody, they go to jail, or they're headlines and they're called racist and everything else. You know, you have officers that are just doing their job, and then because they have to deal with a drugged out individual that's threatening them or not following, you know, and they do something, and then they're in jail for years and everything else. Like, we've built a society that is basically, it's not worth the help. Like, and it's terrible.
Go ahead, Josh.
Well, and
Who the fuck knows he has mental issues? Is he wearing a fucking tag that says, hey, I'm mentally ill? I got a mentally ill patient next to me at my house right now. My wife, you know. She ain't gonna stab me though, but shit.
so here's a perfect example, okay? And this is why I hate their logic, okay? In 2019, according to the World Health Organization, there was an estimated 970 million people worldwide that have a mental health disorder, okay? So that's 1 in 8 individuals around the world, okay? My point being that you don't have 1 in 8 people going around and stabbing people in the fucking neck. Okay? So this whole bullshit of, oh, he's got a mental health issue. Guess what? There are a lot of fucking people that have mental health issues that are dealing with it. Might not be dealing with it the right way. They go and seek help, but they're not hurting people. The people, I don't care if you have a mental health issue, if you're healthy, if you're born with one arm, you're born with no arm, you're black, you're white, you're purple, you're brown. If you are harming other people, you need to be put down like a fucking stray dog.
So I don't know what city or town this was in, but I'm pretty sure I heard a mayor one time. You guys might know what this is. This is more recent than later. But they're saying if someone breaks into your house, please do not harm the person breaking in your house. Get on the phone, call 911, hide, and try to avoid the burglar as much as possible until the police get there to do their job. Do not shoot them on sight. So, so then you see the freaking sheriff down in Florida saying, "Hey, you know what? Do us a fucking favor. They break in your house, shoot them. And if you shoot them on the front porch, drag them inside the house. You know, we'll be more than glad to come to your house to help you serve and protect you after that. But hey, also, we do gun control shooting every Saturday, so we can teach you how to shoot a gun."
Well, you're right. Yes. Yes. But here's the problem. There's a fallacy in your thought process, because perfect example, you had a police officer that was trained and that was doing a no-knock warrant, and
And
they were being
was
shot
that
at, and the
in
officer
Butler
shot
County?
wildly and hit another individual that was still in the household with the gun-holding individual, and shit broke loose, okay? You cannot just shoot wildly, because you are responsible for every bullet that comes out of your firearm. And you don't know where here's the thing. You have to always be aware of what's behind your target, because the bullets don't stop. Okay?
Say you fell down. Say you fell down. The gun went off
But
by accident.
it's just like stand your ground, okay? If the individual's running away from you, yeah, you can't shoot them. But if they are charging at you and you are in imminent danger, you can fucking light their ass up. And here's the thing, somebody breaks into my house, I don't give warning shots. I don't waste the bullets. Fucking right they are. They ain't gonna find the body. My snakes are gonna eat good. Hell, the fucking rabbit's gonna be eating good. I don't care. Fucking nibble on his giblets.
Like you said, we get back to the old saying, fucking Jim Carrey's famous line: "Stop breaking the law, you asshole."
Stop breaking the law, asshole.
I mean, and everybody's getting pissed off. Like, Trump's trying to bring these motherfucking, National Guard into Chicago. You got the stupid fucking mayor being a piece of shit there, saying blah, blah, blah. Everyone's going against him now. He can't answer a fucking question with a straight face. He just says, "We do not need federal help. We do not need federal help." But look what fucking our governor did. Did you hear about this in Cincinnati, guys? He was downtown today. He's bringing the state highway patrol to help out fucking Cincinnati police. They signed an agreement today. AFTAB is against it, and the mayor's like, "Fuck it. This is my state. The city's looking like shit. Guess what's going on? I'm gonna send a freaking highway patrol to help out now."
Good.
That's what. So AFTAB's like, It is. They need patrol. Patrol needs help. We're 200 men and women down of the law enforcement here in Cincinnati. And at the same time, fuck you.
And let's be honest, that number's going to get worse. Well, as we've talked about previously, Josh, like you said, he got the vote of no confidence, and then the police chief has got lawsuits against her for discrimination.
I'll tell you one thing, man. If anything, this police chief needs to understand, if she wants to keep her fucking job, she needs to shut her mouth and just fucking listen. That's it.
No,
Like,
I don't think she needs to. I don't think she needs to shut her mouth, because that's not what a leader does. But the problem is that she's not a leader. That's the problem. She is not a leader. Brian doesn't own a bar.
There's a bar in his garage. Oh, yeah. 11 o'clock. Yep. So what they're talking about, Josh, and see your situation is they're talking about food trucks as a gathering spot. Now, the bar's being open at 2 o'clock in the morning, that's fine. That's not a gathering spot. That's a bar, what they're saying. But a food truck outside the place, because it's on the streets, it's considered a gathering spot. And that's the stuff they're trying to break up. Gathering spots. I mean, people with money buying stuff outside, it's a cause for a situation like this. But it's shitty as fuck what they're doing. But again, whatever cleans up this fucking city. I don't want to see no one suffer because they're hard workers like that, and they depend on that money on the weekends like that.
But
Whatever cleans the city up, man.
But the
Sorry.
sad part is, Matt, it's not going to clean up the city. It's going to do the complete opposite, because businesses are going to start pulling out of Cincinnati. Shit's going to start crumbling. Shit's going to start deteriorating because, I mean, people have no respect for property. I mean, hell, you drive down 75 and you can see construction where they just built something and it's already fucking tagged by somebody. Like,
Yep.
It's like, Jesus Christ, like they haven't even finished, like the shit's not even dry yet and it's already tagged. So, I mean, shit's going to fucking just start getting worse to where like a lot of these companies are going to just leave. They're going to be like, fuck it. And Cincinnati's going to start to go downhill because of this bullshit.
Reason I moved out. That's the reason I moved out west a little bit.
Exactly. And that's going to be the mindset of a lot of people. I don't blame them. In a non-disclosed area.
Yeah, but in your defense, though, which your township has voted for no Section 8 housing in your area, which, see, I thought they weren't allowing that shit, but I guess that's your Just guess I messed some time up on it. I mean, I thought it wasn't. So I thought they were holding their guns on that fucking strong and being proud of their fucking township. But again, that's what's wrong right there. You can't bring Section 8 housing into an area that's suburby, and you're bringing the ghetto. You can take them out of the ghetto, but you can take the ghetto out of them. Sorry. Man, I guess I'm way off this. I thought that was more on the ballot a couple years ago. Are you search that Section 8 housing, or is it like
No, it's
some kind
Section
of
8.
like is that within the city? Because you're not in the city. Let's just see. After this election, you know he's not going to be back with us. So
I hope so. I mean, that's the thing that blows my mind is some of these fucking people, they do a shitty ass job and they still keep their job. Well, it's not though. Like, I mean, it's almost like, and I agree with you. I can't say not every, but because there are politicians, even Republicans, that do shitty job and they keep their job. But I mean, let's be honest. A lot of it is these fucking liberal politicians that fucking mess shit up, and then for some reason everybody sucks their dick and wants their proverbial cum. I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like they fucking are
let,
terrible.
let's bounce off that a little bit. Remember last week we were talking about how Kamala is such as her Secret Service is being pulled by Trump. Did we talk about this a little bit last week?
No,
So I thought last week I was talking to you guys about it. Then so they pulled 14 officers from the LA, and so Governor Newsom gave her 14 officers. They pulled them off duty. So then the next day, I guess that their FOP said, "Fuck you guys, we're not doing this shit. We're voting against that." Now she has nobody, especially the fact that she's a multi-millionaire. You know, like she can fucking hire her own security. So they put those 14 officers back on fucking duty for the police department in LA. Like, what the fuck are you doing in these Democrat states for stupid shit like that? But that's just this day and age. They want to twist everything around. All they want to fucking do. Nothing better. Nothing better here. Nothing better doing this time. Can't get a job. And if your job sucks,
Well,
it's like
and just to throw out, just in case somebody listening doesn't know this, but so you do realize that the president of the United States, any president of the United States, once they finish their terms in office, they receive Secret Service details for life. Okay. The vice president only receives Secret Service details for 6 months. Yep. 6 months. That's
you
it.
know, you know,
Right.
that motherfucker needed Secret Service to fucking walk him up the fucking steps.
Shit. Walk him down.
But but it's funny because of that bullshit. Because Biden extended the Secret Service for her, but Trump's like, your 6 months are up. Bye, bitch.
Well, and what's funny is, like, even if he might have been trying to be an asshole, but it's still, I mean, it falls under his policies of trying to get rid of the fraud, waste, and abuse. I mean, you're assigning a detail to someone that's not supposed to get it anymore, according to our federal law. You're wasting federal government money. And then, like you guys said, she's a multimillionaire. Bitch can hire her own fucking security detail.
That's the reason you went hybrid, Josh?
Don't blame
What's
the
that?
company. It's getting hot.
Getting hot in here.
It's hot.
Out on there, birthday boy. Not until Sunday. Well, speaking of birthday gifts, guys, it wasn't really a birthday, but more a celebration. You can turn. I mean, because we're talking about the left and the right side. Let's talk about the Philly Karen.
Philly Karen.
She's she saw it last. On top of that, on top of that shit, she yelled at the other guy who was wearing I think a Phillies Eagle shirt, and she yelled at him. She was yelling at him too, like you hit my hand just for him to get that ball to get to his son that I had to take away that I embarrassed myself for. Then I yelled at my husband while he didn't defend me, and he was like, "Oh, okay." Then everybody booed me out, and I had to flick everybody off. On top of that shit, she flicked everybody off. Like, fucking, I guarantee she's fucking on the View next week.
Oh, they'll probably have her signed to be one of the people like actually host the View.
Well, if you guys hear the joke, they're like, "Hey, is that Rosie O'Donnell's twin sister?"
So ironically enough, so I don't know if you saw this, but Blowout Cards, an online baseball card retailer, actually has made a statement offering the Phillies Karen $5,000 for that baseball with one condition. She has to sign the baseball with "I'm sorry." No. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, so that they can give it simply back to the kid.
Harrison Bader.
Yeah, he even got a signed baseball bat.
It was the guy who hit the home run. Harrison Bader hit the home run. That's who signed his bat.
Yeah.
Guy who, yeah, he owns a motorhome company, RV company. So he reached out.
I mean, I ain't gonna
So did
lie.
you guys?
I ain't gonna lie.
That,
I hate that this happened to this kid and this family. And unfortunately, like this lady, I mean, if you're gonna be fucking atrocious human being like that, I mean, you deserve what you get. At the same time, Josh, I'm gonna need to borrow Jameson to go to some baseball games. Because my kids don't like baseball. I'm taking Jameson. I want Jameson because he'll start fucking losing shit. Somebody come and take a baseball.
you guys want to hear a little side joke on the part of this shit? So they were saying on ESPN the other day that fucking this is coming from I think Mike Greeny was saying it. He said there is a local high school, and I think where she's from or somewhere that's from. They had literally put a note out there saying she does not work at this high school, so please stop harassing us. Basically, it just goes that far, man. Like it's just pathetic how the reaction is. But like you said, the wi- the the actions of an asshole, the right side came out stronger and better. They went back to the humanness of this country, which we still have in this country. And I don't blame the father, man. Take the ball. Bye, bitch. The fuck? Don't attack me and my son, you know? And like you said, Josh, good job for Philly. Or not Philly, Florida, for what they did, man. Then you see the Philly players after the game. You know what? It just shows you that there's in this country, you still have the old time ways. It's still there. It sucks, but you know what? It's there, buddy. And I think people are getting fed up with it. Like I told you a couple weeks ago, we talked about it. They're tired of this woke ass shit, dude. Fuck it. They're sick of it, dude.
Well, and that unfortunately is the societal trend. Is the pendulum swings the other way, and it's swinging hard.
Hey, you know what? They have handbooks. They have handbooks. They have handbooks out there too. Here's the handbook. Read it. You don't abide by it, you're done.
Well, joke's on you. I didn't misidentify you. You're a fucking dude with a dick between your legs. Like, I got bad news. I don't care what you think you are.
This
Fucking commercial.
huge. I mean, really
This is where you bought your hybrid from?
huge.
Everybody's
The all-new
dildo. This place is
Jetweiler
really
Kia.
huge.
Just turn it down until our shit comes on. But anyway, to
Of
go back to like
Parade
you said.
is now open, and we have over 1,300
Say it.
Kias in stock.
Say it, Josh.
So come visit us
Say it, Joe. Sponsor us.
Sponsor us.
today.
Sponsor us, Jeff.
Father Colray. Sponsor us.
Go ahead.
Job markets tightening and political tensions high, CEOs are making one thing clear. The office is not the public square. And they're probably not wrong about that. I mean, I do think that there has been this idea that every place in society needs to be about politics. And it's not to say that you can't have free speech in your life, but employers are just like, do your job and don't do anything else.
Look, this is not going to make me popular, but I'm not mad because it got ridiculous. I mean, I'm an employer, and at a certain point, your Slack channel just turns into Vietnam every other day because something happened that had nothing to do with the workplace. And then people are not speaking, not mad. And you got to bring in all kind of counselors and like, this is not camp, guys.
It's
We're
not camp.
trying to make money. So I enjoyed the moment for a while where we were having our reckonings about everything. We done wrecked. Okay, we went from reckoning to wrecked. We need to move on.
Well, well, I mean, a good example. I'm not going to say where I work, but like I was sitting in a company-wide meeting where they're talking about inclusion. Okay, they're talking about inclusion, and they're like, well, we want to go through and and we want to make sure that we're doing things right. Can people give us feedback on whether they feel like they're being included or not, or how we can improve inclusion in the company? Now, keep in mind that, do I think that inclusion is a good thing? Yes, because you want people to be involved. Do I think that you need to bend over backwards and make people like, oh, well, you didn't apply, but I really want... No, if you didn't want to fucking apply, you didn't apply. Fuck off. Like, I'm not going to turn you away for, but I'm also not going to suck your dick to try to get you here. But anyway, during this meeting, I kid you not, multiple employees said that they did not feel included in the organization because whenever they made doctor's appointments or had an appointment where they had to miss work, the company also had staff meetings and did not reschedule them because of their doctor's appointments. So they missed the staff meetings. That's how stupid people have gotten. They think that the company needs to reschedule a staff meeting because you got a fucking doctor's appointment. It's like, no, motherfucker, like, we're paying you. Like, you don't pay us. Like, we're not saying no.
No, if you're talking about a president or CEO of a company, I understand something like that, maybe reschedule.
I'm talking
But if
peon.
it's just, yeah, well, yeah, if it's peon, like bottom of the fucking shit scale, then
Well, but
move on, man.
usually the
just
CEO,
ask, just say to someone, hey, can you take notes from me?
right?
That's all you gotta do.
Or, hey, I didn't know what the meeting was. Hey, Matt, I missed the meeting. What'd they talk about? But to your point, Matt, like the CEO and stuff like that, more than likely, if they have an appointment, they're probably going to reschedule the meeting anyway because the CEO is probably the one running the meeting. I feel like I've heard this story.
While you're on the clock. While you're on the clock, right?
Well, and I'd like to point out, I'm not going to give away any details of the story other than the fact that what Josh is leaving out is that the manager that was telling this employee to do something was African American, and then the boy that was on lunch break was a lazy white guy, and so they're no, I'm just fucking making shit up at this point. No, but I mean, Josh, you're right. I mean, who in their right mind has the mindset that I can clock in and then go straight to break? No. But I get what you're saying about you can take it whenever, but at the same time, like, I mean, and honestly, I strongly believe that this kind of stems from schools because, like, I used to have students that would come up to me and they'd be like, I need to take a break. And I'd be like, what's going on? They're like, I'm just stressed out because this work's stressing me out. I'm like, the work's stressing you out? And they're like, yeah, I'm stressed out. And I'm like, well, what part of the work is stressing you out? And they're like, Well, it's too stressful. And I'm like, I asked you to write your fucking name on the paper. What's fucking stressful about that?
Josh, you sound a little bit of like a liberal there on that part. Clock in, yeah, take your lunch. Who gives a shit? You can start at 10 o'clock. Point is, there is rules and regulations. You can take a break after so many hours of working. That has to be your contract. That has to be a handwritten rule in your policy. There's no way in hell you clock in at 9:30 and you're taking a 15-minute break already. Like, you're a grown ass adult.
Right. I don't know what you think. I mean, there's so many, like, are you fucking kidding me in there? Like, I wish we had the surveillance video of that, because I'd be like the ESPN guy. I'd be like, come on, man.
So,
See, but I'll be honest with you. Like, I also have a problem with the fact that HR even gave him that option. Like,
well, we don't know. Was this the first incident or has it been multiple incidents? There we go. So there we go.
but I'm saying, so have the incidents been the manager was an asshole, which I know the guy, and I mean he can be an asshole, but at the same time, like, was he being an asshole, or was he just asking the guy to do his fucking job? God forbid. So you're going to offer, well, if you don't feel comfortable at this place, we'll move you somewhere else? No, motherfucker. Like, see, that's the problem with HR. Like, HR, they need to change their instead of saying human resources, it needs to be liberal mindset. So instead of HR, it's going to be LM, liberal mindset, because that's all HR fucking people do anymore. But you can protect people and still have common sense.
So, Josh, here's a question. So, if the guy why he was eating was stuff in envelopes, would that have been a problem?
You mean if he was multitasking, you'd be okay with that?
Well, he had to multitask because he had to put he had to pick the food up to eat the food. So he was doing multiple things at once. So you need to do two more. It just seems like you said there was multiple incidents before this with the guy and the manager and the coworker. So they probably just escalate as like before. I mean, I don't give a shit. You guys know where I work. I didn't care less. So, for instance, you clock in at Kroger, you see people going over to Starbucks right away getting a coffee. I mean, it's a line.
You want me to
That's
do two things? You want me to do two things? You want me to do two things?
well, see, our problem. Well, our problem is it's the situation and scenarios too. Like if you're not a cashier or a front office worker, once you clock in, you got to start right away because you have to open that lane. You have to start the front office certain times. So, but the guy in the back who works, let's say, in the meat department, let's say you clock in at 8 o'clock, and you don't show up to 8:10 back there, but you show up with a Starbucks in your hand. He's like, "Time to clock in. Let's start at 8." Oh, I did, and I got Starbucks. It's the same person that's going to go once he clocks in at 8 o'clock. He's going to walk up to the front end and get a Red Bull and buy it. Then he shows up 8:01 or 8:02 in the back. What's the difference? 8 minutes? 9 minutes? Or the fact that he has a thing in his hand that he did on the clock or what? So it's like, who do you like? You see what I'm saying? It's the same scenario. One just took longer than the other. But at the same time, once you clock in, you clock in. Yeah. So is it?
What if I'm on my 15-minute break?
Yeah.
You're still paying me.
But businesses say if you're gonna be lenient towards one person, you gotta be lenient toward all. You
It's
can't just
true.
pick and choose who your friends are.
No, you definitely can't pick and choose what rules some can follow and what rules other. Absolutely, it should be across the board.
Now, as you as you as a but you as a boss, pull that person, gentleman or lady, to a side and why were you late? And if they say, hey, got stuck in traffic. I left something at home. I had to go back. But you say to them also, hey, you have a phone. You can call and let us know. Just don't let it happen again. So to give them a heads up or a warning, is valid. Fair enough? I guess. See, like in my field of work right now, you got to call if you're going to call off for the day, because we don't have PTO and we have a set schedule that gets set every Friday at 3 p.m. and that's your work for the following week, Sunday through Saturday. Because we have multiple people in our store working, you have to go by these hours. But at the same time, if you're going to be late or if you're calling off for the day, you have to call off 2 hours beforehand. That way, it gives us time to cover your shift if we can. So, but you got some people that go ahead. Unless you have a doctor's note, correct?
No,
Not even a doctor's note? Oh shit, that's ballsy. That's understandable.
they do. Like, especially like if you get it approved by a manager to buy season tickets to the Bengals, and then you go to a game after the store manager tells you never mind, and then you got this fat chick that fucking follows you to the football game and squeals on you. No, there wasn't. Because never once was I on FMLA, never called FMLA or any of that bullshit. So you can fucking suck a duck on that one.
Oh shit, I was scheduled to work a Saturday or Sunday morning, and I dropped one of my friends off for tailgating, helped carry some stuff in. He's like, hey, why don't you play beer pong with me? I was like, I got to work at 10 o'clock. This is like 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I got to be at work at 10 o'clock. So I was like, fuck it, why not? Just call off. He actually had an extra ticket to the game too. So he's like, here, just use my extra ticket. I was like, that's sweet. So I just call off. So as we're walking into the game, I was like, hey, my boss is actually going to the game today, who's actually scheduled me to work, but we had another coworker there anyway. And I walk over to him. I said, hey, what's up on there, buddy? He's like, so, what's going on with you? He's like, weren't you scheduled to work today? I was like, yeah, but I called off. I told him I wasn't feeling too good. He's like, hey, there's a beer up there, by the way, if you want it. So next thing you know, fucking rats my ass out. It's like, hey, she's like, the manager on duty that day is like, hey, your little buddy caught off. He's like, oh, that's funny because I saw him at the game. Yeah, he was tailgating with me for a little bit. Drank my last beer. I was like, that motherfucker ratted me out. 26 years later, I'm still there, buddy. Still there. Yeah. What's crazy about our policy too is, let's say you do three no call no shows 3 days in a row. No, I shouldn't say that. Let's just say you left an hour early to one day, and the next day you do no call no show. Then like 2 days later do something else. Until that first day that he left an hour early, he doesn't get that write up. We can't serve him with that other write up for the no call no show until he sees that. We got the 10 days though to show, but we can't show all three occurrences at once. So it's like you gotta discipline him here, then you gotta suspend him. Yeah, fucking unions. Gotta love them, gotta hate them. I love that. I love to hate them. That's why I pay into them, and I know my goddamn workers, man. I love them to death, but I know that car and that mileage, that gas mileage they get, is off our fucking money. But I also realize I show up late sometimes, or I have to call off sometimes. They're there to save my ass.
Oh, trust me, not all unions are like that. Because I mean, shit. When I was an educator, I mean, shit, I had yet to find a union that actually did anything other than take your fucking money. They didn't do shit. Yeah, but that was because you were in the back fucking a cantaloupe. Like nobody can stop that.
You gotta realize it. You gotta realize it first. You gotta warm it up, then fuck it. Those
Problem is, see, you thought I meant the fruit or but I'm not. It was some little fat girl we called cantaloupe. Oh man.
that's your. Big Kroger is, buddy.
Well, Josh, Josh, the good news is for you is that in the state of Ohio, the statute of limitations for a theft under $1,000 is 2 years. So the fact that happened fucking forever.
The funny thing is that'd be your first time offense. I guarantee a left liberal judge would throw you in jail for 2 years and let a person who got arrested 14 times out.
I'd even back him up and I'd say he's fucking mentally stupid or, he's got mental health issues and they'd still fucking throw the book at him. They'd still, you're right. They would throw the fucking book at him. He'd have a $400,000 bond. He'd have an ankle monitor. He'd have to surrender his visa and passport and all that other shit. Like, all for beer. But then the guy behind him that has the next case would be 10 murders and he'd have a $400 bail.
And we're going to let you go. On top of that, if you sign this promise note, you'll be here in your next court appearance.
Yeah. Yeah, you just got to promise.
Sign a promise note.
And
promise note.
Oh, by the way, Jack the Ripper, we're going to let you go, but if you can just promise you're not going to kill anybody between now and then, we're good. So, all right, fuckers. We are at our time. We're well over our time. It was a good show, though. So, plan on any of our viewers. We are going to be tailgating down by the Bengals Stadium this Sunday for the Bengals opener against the Jacksonville Jaguars for Open and Orange, September 14th. It also happens to be some fuckface's birthday. I don't know whose it is yet. But, some asshole, we may celebrate, may not. I don't know. I figure they get enough celebration with that whole Gay Pride Month. Don't want to give him an extra day. Anyway, we are going to have a podcast live from Tailgate City. I will have cameras down there. We're going to do all kinds of fun shit. So make sure, reach out to us if you have any suggestions or if you want to join our podcast. Or if you see us down there, come stop by. We'd love to say hi and say you actually see the show or, that you like us, don't like us, or you go fuck us. I don't care.
And if you guys got a topic you guys like to talk about, send it in to us. We'll be more happy to talk about anything you really want to.
Yeah, absolutely. Josh won't. I'll be sitting here looking shit up. And, as we previously mentioned, Jeff Wilder, Coleraine, sponsor us. Bud Light, sponsor us. Cincinnati Bengals, sponsor us. Budweiser, sponsor us.
And we might have a special guest. Oh, here. Y'all can see that. Let's get that out there. Bullet sponsor us. Bullet Birds.
Sponsor us.
And we might have a special guest appearance by Brian on Sunday.
Yeah,
so,
we'll have Brian, Josh's best friend, may make an appearance. We'll see. But yeah. So, all right, my friends. Well, I'm Dr. B. We got Matt. We got Josh, a.k.a. Bengals 1-0. Hopefully 2-0. Dear God, if the fucking line can block. Here on Idiocracy Talk Radio.
It's Idiocracy, but you gon' see the value and respect though when you talk with me. So come on, baby, walk with me. It ain't a topic that the crew can't touch. Share our views and our vibe. What we hide? It ain't much. This ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Share our thoughts and our views, you can't stop it. Said this ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Idiocracy, tell us what's the topic. Yeah.
We got it.